Hello, boys. I am, as everyone can, I'm sure, tell, not Jordan. But I will be your captain for today, joined by Ryan and Elliot, who, Ryan and I had a good morning. There you go. Now, yeah, I've got a coffee chili old fashioned.
Ooh.
Which is an interesting mix of flavors. Water's also good. I also have water.
Just finished my screwdriver, and that's beer number 3 for me. So,
hell yeah, brother. Now, Elliot, you were not with us with the Age of Sigmar previews. Did you see any of the Age of Sigmar previews?
I peeked them. I very rarely have like creative motivation. And when that was going on, the rare occasion of me having the force of will to actually work on a creative project was there, and so I was focusing on that. I'm very sorry.
You have something you've been working on that I know that we don't. I know that typically you guys don't plug your other stuff on here, but follow Bundad Elliot on Twitch and stay tuned for something really rad.
I gave myself little bunny ears, so I'm protected, and also
there you go.
But the green screen's cutting them off.
Yeah, it's fine. It happens.
Because I feel like Elliot, you're a Skaven guy. You're a secret
I did
Skaven
definitely see the Skaven guy, the Skaven stuff. I was in the chat for that because that looks hype. I'm a big fan of the new Giselle models. They look super cool. The Rat Ogres look cool. All the Rat Skaven stuff. I'm Skaven pilled, okay? I just love them. I'm Skaven maxing. I love them.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan gave me some clan rats.
Yeah, those were. I gave you my old Mordheim Clan Ashen warband, and they keep in true Clan Ashen fashion. They keep popping up in my bits box. I keep finding more of them, so I've got more for you.
Well, worst case scenario, if we want to play some Mordheim or Frostgrave, those would be a good.
I mean, I'm just gonna put it out there. The reason originally I gave Elliot the Clannishin Skaven guys was because we were gonna play Mordheim.
Okay.
Just saying. But then you got me into Kill Team and Slam Sector.
The stream has started.
Oh shit.
Well, no, not actually started. It's just the starting soon preview stream. That's what that
explosion was?
That explosion of music was. Yeah, sorry.
The car crash that I heard. I was wondering what was happening.
If you're wondering why we're wearing foil hats, it's because there's suspicion that there's going to be enslavers showing up, and we want to be protected. We want to become thralls.
Be protected.
There is also suspicion that my sweet Death Watch may be going away. And I just want to protect against that conspiracy.
I don't think they're going away.
I don't think they're going away. I think they're irrevocably changing. At which point I don't know. Yeah.
I've been thinking about it. What if this is what they do? What if Agents of the Imperium has all the Inquisitors and the funky dunk stuff, Grey Knights and whatever, but the core of the army is Death Watch?
If they do that, I'm on board. Here's the major. As a Death Watch player, here's the major factors, right? So right now, we only have a few unique data sheets. We have the Death Watch veterans. We have a Watchmaster, and we have Watch Captain Artemis. And
everything else is pulled from Space Marines.
And the Corvus Blackstar. Everything else is pulled from Space Marines. Asterisk, with a big ol' asterisk, we have the Spectrus, Phobos. We have the 4 kill teams: Spectrus, Phobos. Help me out, Ryan. Gravis, and then the Firstborn.
I don't know that shit.
Well, it's the armor types. It's the Space Marine armor types. So
I'm a heretic Astartes.
That's true.
We've got powered armor.
You're a heretic. You're a heretic Astartes and sometimes Black Templar player.
I do sometimes crusade.
So my big question mark isn't whether or not I lose veterans and the Corvus and the Watchmaster. It's whether or not I lose the specialized kill teams for Spectrus, Phobos, and Gravis.
Is Mark one speed wonder?
I don't have the chat open.
Who's Mark? Who are you talking to, Sean?
What?
Did you say? Am I?
Ryan,
I
what's
didn't-
happening to you?
No one
Are
said
you
Mark.
crazy?
I thought you said Mark. I thought you were talking to.
No.
Ah!
Maybe the third beer was a mistake because I don't know.
No,
what you're
never.
talking about.
I haven't even finished the third beer yet.
And then One Speed Wonder says Indominus and Proteus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Indominus
the
Proteus. So Indominus is the Gravis kill team.
Got it. Okay.
They just call it Indominus. Oh, hello. Who do we got in the chat? We got a Blender Dome. We got a One Speed
Fortis
Wonder.
and Spectus.
We got-
Yeah, so
Spectrus.
Fortis is the like regular Intercessor, Hellblaster, like standard Primaris
What
kill
makes
team.
them different from a regular kill team?
So the difference
that makes you
is,
specialized.
yeah. So the difference is you've got, yeah, because Elliot, you've probably never encountered anything Deathwatch.
I did in a previous edition, but it was at a time when every Space Marine was just people throwing out
Right.
30 words that all sounded exactly the same.
It's still, it's still that way.
Well, this is my Indominus, and this is my Intercessor, and this is my Imp Lev, and this is my Ibidibabida.
It's all
the
ER,
same word.
yeah.
Over and
I
over
hate
again,
the
and
Ibidibabida
it turned into a gray fuzz of I don't know what you're talking about. so
they
I stopped listening.
change a vowel or a consonant in there,
Yeah.
and that's it.
It's wildly frustrating.
So the current benefit of playing Deathwatch is you can mix the Primaris Intercessor, which is standard guy with bolt gun, with
bolt rifle, technically.
bolt rifle, standard guy with bolt rifle with the specialist Primaris guys with plasma guns,
Okay.
guys with other weapons. So
Okay.
you can kind of mix and match Primaris units into one squad. Or for the Firstborn stuff, you can mix and match our Deathwatch kill team, our veterans, with Terminators and jump pack guys and bikes. So you have a squad with one bike, 2 Terminators, 3 normal guys, right?
Wild. All right.
Yeah, it is very wild and it's very weird for the rules, and it causes it's never not caused problems. So I understand them wanting to go do away with it.
I mean,
but
you don't think that UW would just remove whole
Data
sections
sheets?
of a faction?
no, I do.
Data sheets.
No, I do.
Do you?
No, I do.
They would never do that. They promised, to some extent, at least for one game, that they would never do that.
One Speed Wonder, I also hope they don't go away. Oh yeah, we also have Kill Team Cassius, which is a really cool like squad of 11 named characters, which is really rad.
Cool.
But let's not talk about Deathwatch anymore unless they decide to
Because
All right.
we're summoning it into the world.
No, just because we have other things to talk about.
That's fair.
Ryan, you are pretty sure you know what we're going to see today. In a few ways.
Oh, I mean, I have some ideas.
You have some speculation.
I have a couple of theories. I'm going to go over my theories real quick. Obviously, there's the Enslaver theory. I have a wild theory that the agents of the Imperium Codex, the Redacted Codex, is not just going to be agents of the Imperium. It's going to be agents of everybody. And it'll give every faction some like weird stuff to put in. And Enslavers would be like the Xenos version of that. That's a wild theory. Some people have said that little bug boy looks like the paint job looks like Necromunda paint job, which I've never really like thought about before, that the teams paint differently.
They
But
do.
When I look at it, I kind of see where they're coming from. And so another like fringe theory I have about what that thing is House Delac in Necromunda has this weird hive mind thing they have going on, and they have these like big hive sump aquatic monster things, or like Necromunda used to be an ocean world with like these gigantic
Mhm.
massive psychic undersea monsters, which Elliot probably would love to hear about.
Not a fan. Never playing Necromunda now.
And so maybe that little guy is something with House Delac. That's like another theory. I don't know. My mind just gets racing, you know.
I mean, I look at that weird bulbous model, and I think it looks like something with a face hugger on it, right? Like,
yeah, it's attached. It looks like it's holding it.
Yeah. So whatever it is, it looks like it's two different organisms.
So I mean, there's a couple of things going on here. Like, first off, classic lore of enslavers, which is, we don't know a whole lot about enslavers. Classic lore of enslavers, based on the size of that flight base, that thing is not a full enslaver.
No, that thing's probably tiny. It's like cherubim size.
Like in the lore, enslavers are like 2 meters in diameter.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be much bigger on a flight base than that. It might be a juvenile enslaver. Who knows? The things that make it the evidence for enslaver is like that big gem-like eye.
Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. I have been blasting that. I muted the music for me and not the rest of you. I
thought we were just having dramatic music this whole time.
No, I apologize. I hit the wrong button.
I thought it was just the backdrop of our conspiratorial thinking is this epic, intense.
Hopefully it wasn't too loud for everyone. I apologize. I meant to unmute it for me and mute it for you guys so that I can hear when the stream went live and then unmute it. And I didn't. I fucked up. I apologize for that.
So
my goodness. We're never scuffed
Ryan,
here,
part of
the
the theory about the enslavers is what appears to be a flesh portal.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Yeah, so
you don't, Sean. You don't know about the flesh hole?
I don't know about the flesh portal, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
oh,
there
let
was
Ryan
something
tell you about the flesh hole.
There was something in the rumor engine that looked like it could be a flesh portal. Who knows? Epic Gamer says in more recent depictions of enslavers, they show several eyes. Yeah. I was going to get
this
to
is
that.
a singular.
It's only that one eye, and they usually have like multiple little eyes around it. But if this isn't an enslaver, it's like a juvenile one. So who knows? Maybe it develops the other eyes later.
Boys.
Oh, here we go. Well, it's time to find out.
Show.
Let me know how the volume is for y'all.
Turn that volume.
Turn it up a good bit.
A good bit. A smudge. 2 smudges.
All you need to do is sit back, relax, and get excited.
This is way louder than we had it the other day. That's funny. How's that? Is that good?
I can barely hear it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Sisters of Battle.
Sisters of Battle.
Let me try something else for this. Well,
Yeah,
Looks like some kind of winged unit.
Yeah, I'm gonna try a different way of doing this real quick.
Sounding a bit better now.
Oh, I think that unit's called a Seraphim.
It's crazy because I feel like that unit already exists.
Yeah, we want to crank that.
Little louder says 1 speed. Yeah.
I'm yeah. I need to. I'm gonna open it up the way I did yesterday.
Okay. Canoness with jump pack. That's a cool model.
Codex Adeptus.
Yes, the Elite Sisterhood arrives with a new codex.
We're getting other audio in.
It's the second audio that I'm trying to launch to fix this. So sorry. I'm trying to fix this, and we're getting an ad.
Good to be here. Pleasure to have you. So let's jump straight in then. Chat a little bit about the codex and what players can expect to experience from the Sisters of Battle.
It's kind of okay right where it is now.
The Elite.
This is way louder than we had it the other day.
So they're kind of
but I'm gonna try.
Okay where it is right now.
Okay.
A whole warrior sisterhood, equipped in power armor.
Yeah, Blenderdom says that's better. So I think we're good.
Great miniature release for them.
Nice, and they've got some new detachments as well. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, so
I'm gonna switch the feed. I'm gonna switch the feed real quick.
In the codex, you've now got a choice of 4 different detachments to play through. In the codex, one of the 4 different detachments to play through. One of the detachments stays very similar to the index. So if that's how you loved playing your sister's army,
up a little bit under the.
It. But we've now given you 3 new ways to play. You will focus on different types of units depending on your flavor.
Oh, okay, very nice. We've also got a new miniature too, the Canoness with jump pack, alongside that battle force.
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Canonesses are the kind of fighting leaders of the Sisters of Battle, and now we have one with a jump pack.
Yeah.
So she can lead Seraphim
Those
and
look really
Zephyrim
cool.
into battle. She's actually kind of ties in nicely, doesn't she, with one of the detachments?
Yeah,
How's that?
Okay, that's good.
There's
Yeah.
an Army of
That's
Faith
good.
detachment, and what that lets you do is
Perfect,
you
thank
use
you.
more acts of faith, and also the theme behind it is that angelic host. So the jump
Sorry,
pack units,
boys.
their strats mean that they have like auras which buff sisters nearby. So it's that like they see an angelic figure.
Yeah, I had
and
that
it
on max
inspires them
volume
to do
everywhere I
greater
could.
feats.
I had to boost the
So
gain
that
on
whole
it.
battle force is themed around that. That new Canoness and that new detachment all kind of working together on the battle.
So the
And it's a
Seraphim
really cool kit as
detachment
well,
already
with some, like,
exists.
awesome options there. Can you chat us through a couple of like
But
the,
there's,
the
like,
different
new models
options,
for it?
different
The
Yeah,
variants?
so she's
all
got
new.
a couple of different weapon options.
unit
Actually, she's got
is not
the
new.
like two-handed halberd.
Yes.
I think is the kind of, if you want to kill loads of individual things. And then she's got the power sword that you see on the front of the box.
But so these are new
I don't think we
versions
were
of
at
them.
the-
all,
Yeah,
right?
that's like your
Canoness
mid-range.
with,
Can
halberd,
target most types of units, and then
jump
also
pack.
she can have a pistol at the same time with the power weapon. So if she wants to add a bit of shooting to a Seraphim unit, they're more of a shooting unit, she can join them. Whereas probably if she's going for the two-handed weapon options, she's probably going straight for combat in those builds.
Okay, nice. So, chat to us a bit about the battle force as well, because no Canoness is complete without the battle force. So, talk to us a bit about those.
So as Josh was saying, it's kind of themed around that angelic host idea.
Yes.
So a load of Seraphim, Zephyrim, and then it's got
Those
the
tanks are
Exorcist as
always
well, hasn't it?
so
Just so it's
cool.
got some kind of long-range punch.
Yeah, to give you some options other than just charging headlong at the opponent, you've got some range as well. But I mean, the great thing for us is because the Canoness now adds a brand new option, those angelic units only had Saint Celestine before that could lead them, and she was an epic hero, so you can only take one. Whereas now you can take multiple, if you want to, multiple Canonesses with jump packs, leading your host of angelic figures.
Yeah, you can really lean into that particular detachment,
Yeah.
can't you? And as Josh was saying earlier,
So,
there's a couple of other
all right,
detachments.
sorry,
There's the Penitent
these
Host,
are
isn't there, which is
existing
the
models?
Kind of archo-flagellants.
Yeah, if you want to punish yourself and you're like, oh, that's
Yeah, I'm not-
I think the leader the leader
leader
is
is
new
new.
and a new sculpted new model, and then just so they can lead already existing models.
Rely heavily on bolters,
Um,
melter, and
to be
Yeah,
flamer
I'm not
to
super
support
familiar
the new
detachments just roll
detachment.
around, bringing
I think that's
those
what they're
weapons
saying,
to
is
bear.
that there's a new
And then
detachment
also
and a
there's-
new
if you
leader
like
to help
playing as
support
you
that detachment
currently
with
do,
already
that's still
existing
fully supported as well.
Seraphim
Yeah, and they still
units.
have
Got
Knights
it.
of Faith, don't they? That's still their army rule,
Yes.
which is...
Yeah, none of us
And
know
apparently
Sisters
they
of Battle.
apparently they focus on
Still
having
very
like
similar.
auras where you're
So
seeing
there's
like
lots of
these
things there that
angelic
kind of
jump pack
existing,
ladies, and
Sisters
then
of Battle
they
players will find familiar, but also some
Yeah, the
great
one
new
new
things
is the
that the new
Canoness. The jump pack
kinda
Canoness is the
opens
only
up
new
some
model.
ways of
Yeah,
playing,
yeah.
doesn't it?
How weird they showed it off like they were all new.
Top highlights from the
Yeah,
battle force or the-
as someone
the
who's
codex level,
a little
both.
bit more unfamiliar with
I mean,
the
for me, it has to
sisters,
be a
it
new
definitely
Canoness.
was a little
I mean,
confusing
just
for me.
the
But
shape
then
of the
listening
model,
to
the weapon options, I think
but then
there's lots of
this
choice to it all,
Canoness
but
can have two different
the halberd is
setups,
gonna
one
be
with the
winner
battle
for me,
axe.
just
I love the
and
halberd.
Yeah, I think
The
for
halberd's
me
cool.
there's a
Yeah.
spread in the codex which kind of shows, I guess, the kind of organisation of the Adeptus Sororitas, and I think it's really interesting when you get to see kind of how your miniatures on the battlefield kind of fit into kind of the wider structure of like a military force.
Yeah.
And the guy's done a really good job of kind of presenting that and kind of showing how it all kind of fits together into the kind of the structure overall of the Sisters of Battle. So I think that's a really neat feature of the book.
Nice. Well, Stu, Josh, thank
Battle
you all so much
Forces
for
of
coming
box
in to
that they're
chat to us
releasing,
about
yeah.
all things Sisters of
And it looks
Battle.
like the Battle
Don't
Force
go
comes
anywhere,
with that really
Warhammer
cool
fans.
tank.
We'll
I
be
love
right
I
back
love
with
the
some more
sisters
news from the
tanks with like
41st
the
millennium.
organs and the flamethrowers. It looks so cool.
Oh,
Oh, uh-oh,
got a little something for
got a
Jordan.
little Slaneshi there.
Nah, this is Gene Stealer.
That's our GSC.
Oh, is that Gene Steals? It looked.
Yeah,
looked
they look. They
live.
they
I
tend to
saw
look
it
a
and it
little
looked
Slaneshi.
live.
Oh, I love Big Brain.
This is
See,
exactly
I saw the hands
Stealer
in the
Pulse
lower
needs.
part of this. It looked
Another
live.
character.
It's so bad.
This is exactly what they needed. Another character.
Oh wait,
It-
I've never seen that tank before. Is that an old
Yeah,
model? That
it's an old model. It's the
Just when you
Goliath
thought
rock
the codex
grinder.
was enough, the
That's
Gene
what that thing
Yeah,
looks
Jordan
like.
has
emerged
one.
from out of the shadows to
Yeah,
reveal
that's
the
what that
Battle
thing looks
Force
like when
Box
Jordan doesn't
2.
Nurglify
We're
it.
back with Stu and Josh
Oh,
from the
that
Warhammer
thing looks
Yeah,
insane.
so-
things Gene Stealer.
So once again, we're just getting another character for GSC. Now I don't play GSC. We talked about this a little bit on Thursday. I have a weird like affinity for GSC. I will never play them. But we
They're
don't.
GSC
cool.
when they're rats instead of what
Right.
they are.
I want to do a Tau GSC. Actually, I think
I
that'd
want
be
to do a
cool.
GSC is what
Yeah.
I want to do.
Then you think you finally dealt with
It's-
an opponent, and
They're
they
very
keep
know,
cool. I like their
it makes
their
for new
story,
challenge,
their
definitely.
theme,
Yeah, I really wanted to kind of capture
all
the
that
feeling of
stuff.
like a guerrilla war.
Yeah, I'm just not in love with the models. Like, I love everything
Really?
about them. I'm just not hugely in love with the models. But if they were more rat-like, then
If they were more
maybe.
rat-like, you'd be down.
Eons.
That's
Yeah.
funny because I would think
I
you
think
would like the sort of pseudo Lovecraftian, almost like.
I do like the pseudo Lovecraftian lore, but there's something about the models where they're less like because it's more insectoid and more tyrannid, and it's heading that direction. For some reason, it isn't as interesting to me as like wet, slimy, tentacle fish.
You want them to be more noodly.
And one of the detachments.
I want them to be more noodly and more fishy and more Cthulhu-y and more like
What we've also tried to give you is a
strange
variety
instead of
of units that
just
you can now
like
use
alien
in different
insectoid
ways. So
mutation.
be that
Yeah,
if
they're
you
less
want
Lovecraft, more
spies, you want like
xenomorph.
an outrider force,
Yeah, and I
it's
like
a
xenomorphs are
certain
cool. I have
opponent.
nothing against
You want to
xenomorphs. I
focus
love
on
Tyranid,
combat
but when you
heavy,
cross it with human,
really
it
hard with
doesn't
I
do it
slightly
for
lose
you.
interest. I want it to be a little bit more.
Swarm over your opponent with
I want it to be
hybrids.
actually more
Again,
Lovecraftian, and they are almost there, but it veers off in the places that makes me go, eh.
Yeah.
Brood Brothers.
I like the new guy
Genes to the Cult of kind of
that he's got the
infiltrated
Tyranid
the
spine
PDF forces
over his
or in the
brain.
Yeah.
regiment.
Hopefully they show him
Yeah.
again in a minute,
I think
but
there's some really interesting stuff in the book around that. We've got a little hobby section near the end showing you how you can kind of convert up your models to kind of show that you're.
One Speed Wonder, I agree. I hope they release
Codex
the new
timeline?
Codex timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A ton of options as well.
Yeah, and that's from
Is that volume better? Because we're trying to find a sweet spot where we can talk over and also.
I think
It sounds
that-
perfect to me right now.
Okay, good.
Like,
Good, good.
we're all quiet.
How many list type were in the Sisters Codex?
They
They only talked about one of the detachments, but I don't know if they said how many detachments there were. But they talked
They
about the
didn't.
Seraphim detachment.
They didn't.
So-
I assume
So we've also got
There's probably gonna be 4 or 5 in the Sisters, I would bet.
Can you tell us a bit about
Most likely 4 or 5. They talked about the Seraphim one and how it revolved around
Kind
auras.
of thing in the sense that they kind of
Mega
infiltrate
Man
And probably
guys.
flyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Seraphims and
I
supporting
really
them.
like this. I really like this model. I know that we don't need another GSC character, but I really like this model.
The big. You like a smart lady?
I like Smart Lady. I like Big Brain Smart Lady.
Because I think we're definitely struggling.
Because
Man,
they
I'm
have
a
that
big fan of Big Brain Smart Lady.
Necromunda. They have that Necromunda Megamind guy, right?
So he's a really fun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
lack
Um,
guy.
Yeah. Every time I look at that, I think that'd be a rad GSC psyker. So it's kind of cool
there
that
you go.
they are getting one.
Yeah, so I mean, he now has one of the strongest guns in the arsenal for.
Jordan, leave your opinion in the comments for us in the chat. Let us know what you think of the
Yeah.
new GSC character.
Either big monsters.
I know
Knows
you're.
how hyped you are for yet another
Oh.
character.
He has sort of a dual role. He also gives the unity joins lethal hits, which again is a
So,
great way of.
I'm not sure if you were hearing what they were saying. It gives the unit lethal hits, and apparently it has one of the biggest guns because it has like an insane psychic blast, and they said it was good for
Oh.
taking out big targets. So
Cool.
like if
Victus is now
taking down big targets. So it's like a little dude with a psychic blast big enough to take down a tank.
And it's one of those things.
And
That's
then
rad.
also gives lethal hits to the unit, which that's also good for taking down, tougher. The lethal hits is good for taking down like tanks or larger units. So it kind of you can kind of turn a unit into like an
particular type of
anti like elite, big boy.
Yeah, you put him in with
unit.
one of
That's
the.
actually really cool.
You put him in a squad with the rock laser.
Yeah.
Which is great. Of course, yeah.
I should know the name of it, but I don't. Rock cutter, rock
No,
drill.
rock
something.
laser's right. You got it right.
Rock laser,
yeah.
yeah.
That's the name in the codex. Yeah.
Yeah, Goliath rock laser.
I've never seen a rock grinder normal, and now that I
Right.
have, those are rad as hell. Those are cool as hell.
You've
I've
only seen the Jordan
Jordan's.
version, yeah.
Tell us a little bit.
Yeah.
about
Which-
your
Because he has the not the what's the Nurgle artillery tank with the shield?
The light hauler.
Yeah, is that
Yeah.
is?
No. It's not Blight Hauler.
No. It's the plague crawler.
Obviously, the Benefactor is
Plague
super
crawler?
cool.
Oh, yeah,
I think,
something like that.
The game's development team.
But it's got the like front end like Vindicator shield on the
Yeah.
front,
Yeah.
which is what Jordan has on his.
I
Yeah.
quite like the idea of a whole army that looks like. A bit
I do like the new
Imperial
Brood
Guard.
Brothers. So the new Brood Brothers are from
Yeah,
the Kill
the
Team
new
set.
Brood Brothers
Yeah,
look
and I
cool.
think that's really fun and really pleased we've been able to get. Some
Yeah,
of
I like
the
that they look
version
like
of
they're
concepts in the book.
more
and show
to
people how
like
they can do that
Imperial
with,
soldier
with their
infantry.
Steve, Josh,
Right.
thank you ever so much for
My,
coming to this.
But
the double-
Chat
the
to
double
us
arm
a little bit about
Yeah,
rifles
like just a
cool.
little mutated, very
really soon.
Yeah.
professional military looking.
Some
That's cool.
awesome announcements there, straight out of the 41st
My guard's
millennium.
getting backed up
Now, I've
by
got a feeling
Jordan's
our
guard,
Horus
but we've
Heresy
heard some
fans are gonna
unsettling
really enjoy
rumors
this
that they
next
might be
part.
Brood
Let's
Brothers.
check out some news.
Okay, so
straight
no
from
more
Plague Burst
40K.
Crawler. That's what it was called.
No more 40K reveals. Here's our
Yo!
Mechanicum reveals.
Hell yeah.
Oh, servitors? Tech thralls, yeah. Okay.
I'm excited about this because I'm tinkering with
I'm sorry, those are robots.
I'm tinkering with
It's only
dark
4
mechanics.
detachments for the sisters. Okay. Is
Oh,
that 4
man.
new
This is
detachments though? Because
30K.
then they have the one from the index, right? So then that would be 5 total. Or am I crazy?
It might be 4 total.
Okay. That giant dude is cool as hell.
Yeah, I like him. I like
This
that
guy's
guy a
cool
lot.
as hell.
Might have to
That tank
tweak
is
some
cool
of
as
these
hell.
guys for my Dark Mechanicum conversions.
What the hell? What would you run that tank as, though?
Land Raider.
No, only 4. Okay, cool.
The sole rulers of the Red Planets
for
are coming to the
confirming.
Horus Heresy. I'm joined by Quinn and Will from
Those
the
models
studio
are
to
cool
chat
as hell.
all
They
things
are, yeah.
Mechanicum. Both, welcome to the
Yeah.
show.
Thank you very much.
How you doing?
Oh, look, they got him on the table.
Lovely.
Have they done
Yeah,
that
that's
before?
Yeah.
no.
Mechanicum
No, they
has
might have done that in an
arrived.
old preview, but they haven't done it recently.
Army,
That big
for the Horus
robot
Heresy and what they bring with them today.
is rad.
So the Mechanicum is
I love the
the
big
Yeah, I
dome
like the
head.
big
range for the
robots.
Horus Heresy. You can already get their full army rules in the Liber Mechanicum. They've existed since the first edition of the Heresy. It's a slowly expanding resin range from the original set that started at the very beginning, and now we're getting the opportunity to revisit them in a similar way to the Solar.
That is a big freaking robot.
It's a huge robot and a huge tank.
Attachment.
Because like it looks like normal Castellan-sized robots are like next to the tank, and they look so small in comparison.
Yeah,
I
I
can see getting that big robot for my Dark Mechanicum that I'm working on and making it a Defiler.
Hell, the Castellans look cooler than modern Castellans. Just give us
Yeah.
those.
well, that's the thing. That's why I love Heresy, is because you can convert to 40k with them.
Yeah,
You know,
just-
you
Yeah.
get lots of cool
Seamlessly
options.
convert.
Take advantage of
A bunch of my
Heresy is
Templars.
the best Mechanicum. It's so freaking sad. Yeah.
So talk to me
Like
about
there's
that
there's no
in
unit
terms
in
of
the
sort of
Mechanicus
refreshing that
army
range,
right
like
now that
Phantoms
could
and
be that
Superstars
giant
or
robot,
something.
right?
Yeah, well, both
Well, a
presses
knight.
have,
You can run it as a knight.
different limitations
You run
and
it as a knight, yeah.
advantages. So you have quite a lot of freedom with resin, where you don't have to worry
Oh,
about
okay.
the
Yeah,
tools.
because you could just
I don't know if
got
that
cuts and things like
unit
that.
has.
So
it big
It
enough?
might have like a stat card for
best
40k
designs
in like one of the legends.
You probably wouldn't have made them that
Oh,
way
okay.
list.
first,
I haven't
but
really
you
looked
were
into
making them as a plastic
like
case.
when I'm gonna run Dark
But then that gives
Mechanicum,
you,
if
actually
I
quite
ever
an
finish
interesting
it,
challenge when you do
it's gonna
turn around to
be
do that.
Chaos Space
The-
Marines,
the-
just a
the
lot
most
of demon
difficult part is
engines and
probably
stuff.
breaking them down
Okay.
into their
And
component
Trigger Guard.
forms, because in resin you end up with a kind of a small.
Yeah, it
unit
looks
with large
armature size,
components,
according to
whereas in
Lord
plastic
Amnesia.
you end up with a large
I don't know. I don't know
smaller
knight sizes.
components.
Okay. Yeah, because when you said knight, I was looking. I was like, I don't think it's big enough to be a knight, but yeah, maybe
No,
an
no, no, no.
armature.
I just mean like an Imperial Knight, like
Um,
faction
the
model,
Look at
right?
this thing. Look at the cannon on
I
the
love
back.
the weird cannon. That looks like a conversion
Oh,
beam.
that's the bombard is what they're calling it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks like a grav bombard to
We
me.
couldn't give you.
Oh,
Leviathan.
Oh, look at all the plasma on the back
that
there.
is
Yeah.
rad.
Whereas on plastic, if you have,
I
the
might
free
have to get
space,
one of
you get
those
the
and fuck it
opportunity
up
to add in
with
those
some
optional
demon shit.
parts, so you can get a bit more variety.
I kind of hope it has optional second weapon,
An absolutely fantastic job
so that
as well. So
I can
talk us
put
through
that
what's on the table
plasma
behind this range
mortar
refresh.
on something else.
So what you can see on the table
Yeah.
is partly
Yeah.
what is in the new Battle Force box for the Mechanicum. You have 6 Thalax. You have a
Thalax?
Triax
I
like those
armored
Thalax.
carrier. You
That
have
thing's
That armored
ridiculous.
carrier is insane.
You also have 20 tech thralls, and in addition to the contents of the box, you have a new Archmagos model and
He's so
a
cool.
redesign of
He's so
the
cool.
Thalas.
All these models are so
So
cool.
let's highlight these, the infantry then. Talk to us a little bit more about those tech thralls.
Okay, so the opportunity was taken here to bring them a little bit more in line with the original background for them, adding a lot more of that kind of shambling undead feel.
Sure.
You know, if you
What do you
look
run
closely
these
at
as in
them,
30k?
they
Do you
have
just
a
run them
lot
at,
of
or in 40k
limbs,
as
dragged feet, that kind of stuff. So they've got a lot more character.
Skitarii,
than
I guess?
versions. Otherwise, they've tried to keep.
I mean,
quite
that's a
true
big
sure.
gun
to
right
the
there.
originals in
Or do you run them as tank tread
original
guys?
models
The
in
guys with the tank
concept,
treads?
at least, you know.
Oh,
again,
well,
an opportunity
I mean,
to-
like
Those
I said,
guys have
if I'm running
much
Dark
bigger
Mechanicum,
bases
I'm not
from resin to
running.
plastic.
I'm not
So
running
we've
them
got the
as a
Archmagos
mechanic.
on
I'm
the
running
table.
them
Will, what can you tell
using
us
Chaos
about
Space
this?
Marine rules.
So yeah,
So-
this guy's a new.
But I'm saying if
I would
someone-
potentially run them as like a
model
habit
together.
squad.
The main goal was to try and
Sure.
differentiate
I'm saying if someone did want to run them
the
as
Mechanicus that you'll find in 40k.
Adeptus
They do look very
Mechanicus,
familiar.
which is the
Those tank
easy.
tread guys have much bigger bases, so you'd have to put like 2 or 3 of those
Yeah.
models on a single large
That's
base.
actually, I actually kind of like that. That's actually really funny.
So that, yeah.
equipment.
for them to
So,
be.
for
I can't
example,
remember what they're
this-
called.
this
but yeah,
a stave, whereas normally you'd see a lot of axes.
because those things have like
kind of
3
thing.
wounds
So, yeah,
or
that's-
something like
that's
that. So
the
then
Yeah,
you can
they
have
do.
3 of them on the base, and
Thank you
then
so
anytime
much
it takes a
for popping
wound,
into
it's
chat
one of
to us
those
about
guys.
all things
One of those guys
mechanical
dying.
for them to
They have
arrive
3
at
wounds and they got
Horus
really
Heresy.
big
Thanks so
guns.
much.
So
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Don't go anywhere because we've got lots more.
All right, so we have
coming for Horus
Necromunda.
Heresy
Lots
right after
more.
this.
oh, more heresy.
More Horus Heresy. Okay.
New formation detachments.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Omicron. Rah.
That map's rad.
Oh, Talarn. The book going over Talarn and the Horus Heresy was intense. It gets so fucked up. Like, the whole reason it's a desert planet in 40k is because of the Horus Heresy.
Ooh, look at them Legion.
So this is
Leave the
for
Conqueror Soul.
this for Legion
This is
Astartes.
Legio Imperialis,
There we go.
which is honestly, if you're gonna do the Battle of Talarn, it needs to be at that scale because there's just like all tanks and titans just smashing each other in this poisonous wasteland.
Is it like Titanicus size where everything's like it'll
Yeah.
bitty?
Yes, a
Yeah, everything's
brand
little bit-
new
little bitty.
for
It's
Legion
basically epic.
Imperialis.
Is Matt the only one
Okay.
that bought
Welcome, Dan,
into?
to the show? How you doing?
Not too bad, thank you.
Yeah, good. Nice to have you. So
At
let's
the
jump
moment,
straight in.
I've
Tell us
played
a
with
bit
him.
about
I
Devastation
would
of
like to
Talon.
play more
So
of it
what's
because I
broadly
enjoyed
been
it.
known as the
But
Battle
I
of
just-
Talon refers to a roughly
Real life,
year-long campaign
stick
that takes
was,
place in the mid-years
holding
of
me
the
back.
Heresy. It involves the Iron Warriors Legion attacking the Imperial.
I want this guy to
Talon.
talk about everything.
Because that's such a large-scale campaign, we don't have
He's so
time
animated.
to go into that in any detail in a single book.
Okay.
So instead, the Devastation of Talon focuses on the opening steps of the battle.
Those tanks look way
which
cooler
sets
than my
the
Imperial
stage for
Fist
the
tanks.
later campaign. So that involves
Well, Zach, you
Because
can get
they're
those.
Iron Warriors.
No, they were Imperial Fist tanks, weren't they?
Oh, they were?
I think so.
Fight on the surface in armored
You can get
vehicles, and finally,
Zach.
the
You
main
can
focus
get
of the
those for
book,
Imperial
which is
Fists.
a conflict known as the Fall
Yeah,
of the
I'll
Sapphire
talk to you
City,
later, tell you
which
how
is
you can
the
get
first
a hold of those.
large-scale surface engagement in which the Iron Warriors deploy en masse to counter.
Oh, those are
Iron
Iron Warriors, okay.
reinforcements.
Okay. So as always, with
Ah,
Yeah, the Battle of
were those
Talarn.
dreadnoughts?
new and
Were those
exciting
little
ways
tiny
to
dreadnoughts
play
back there?
Legion's
Yeah, little
Tell us a
contemptors.
bit more about that as well.
Little contemptors.
Devastation
The
of
Battle of
Talon
Talarn was a
spans
lot of
the
Iron Warriors
Warfront
versus a
campaign
lot of
system
like
presented in
Solar
Great
Auxilia,
Slaughter.
essentially.
These include things like
Mm,
the Breaking
okay.
And they
campaign,
couldn't
in
put
which
infantry
two
out
players
because the atmosphere
each have
had been
a
turned into
stronghold
like a
and fight a series of
virus
linked
fog
battles
that would
with a
dissolve
push
you
and
in
pull mechanics
seconds.
to try and reach their opponent's
So it was
stronghold.
all like
So it's like
tank
all heavy
battles.
armor, all dreadnoughts,
all
all.
heavy
The
armor.
horrifying
Yeah.
and toxic environment of Talon. You
Yeah,
have
see,
a
they're
he's
talking
talking about right
horrifying
there.
toxic
that
environment.
allows you to
Yeah.
upgrade units that have performed well throughout the campaign. And finally, there's a new system called Formations of Legend, which allows you to recreate specific formations.
It's
in
just
divisions.
they always have. What do they call them in 8th edition, 9th edition?
Some of the miniatures that we might see.
The formations of legend. They're
So
the
both the Space Marine Legions and the Solar Auxilia
something
get
of renown,
alongside the book.
detachments of
For the Space
renown,
Marines, these are the Sicarian
Regiments of
Punisher,
renown?
the Sicarian
regiments of
Marcus,
renown. Yeah.
the Saber Strike Tank, and the Termite. On the Solar Auxilia side, you have a whole bunch of new Leman Russ variants.
The Regiments of Renown were kind of fun, getting to build around like
Also,
kind of
included
more
in the book are a
fun
number
and
of
unique and
formations
weird
that allow you to field these
army
different
builds.
detachments in your existing Legions Imperialis.
Because there was one, and I hope that it comes back in the Thousand Suns Codex whenever we get it. But there was one that was all about the Zangors, all about the shamans, all about like it was like a
Yeah.
it was like a little dude squad, and like I hope that one of the detachments in I mean it would be stupid, but I hope that one of the detachments in
the
The new Thousand Suns
in the
Codex.
Thousand Suns Codex is all about like the Zangor uprising and like just like swarms of little weird demon dudes and buffing them and making them
Is-
stronger. All the shamans, all the there's like dudes on the discs with like the archer, like the precision archer stabs.
Enlightened,
and-
Zangor Enlightened.
Well,
Yeah, the
Dan,
Enlightened.
thank you
Enlightened
so
on
much for
discs.
popping in and talking to us about the devastation
Yeah.
of Talon. We can't wait.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, cheers.
Rad.
We're cooking.
That'd be cool.
Now we've got
Some
Necromunda.
absolutely awesome releases and some really
Okay.
Now we're
stuff
cooking.
So
that
if-
studios on what's to come to. Very exciting. You know what happens now? We dive straight back in with another
Other
announcement.
ear, other ear, other ear.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh,
I don't know what that is, but it looks cool.
We got a Kroot detachment, so don't give up on. Yeah, good point. It'd be cool. It'd be fun. Oh, there they are.
Oh.
Okay. They were the mind flayers.
just let him talk.
Even the Imperium's most diabolical weaponry couldn't destroy the memory of this forbidden city, and whispers spread across the planet. Whispers turned to rumors, tales of a nightmarish web of Xenos.
They're gene stealers.
And the resting place of untold riches.
Oh. You're like zombies.
Now, tech hunters like yourselves risk their lives in search of these secrets. Great works of art, lost archaeo treasures, and even data crystals containing the collected knowledge of...
What the hell is that?
But be warned, the cult of the Second Son stands between the wealth of Hive Secundus and...
The cult of the Second Son.
What would you risk to rise
But son spelled
above
like
the
child.
squalor of Necromunda?
All right, so we're getting more GSC
Yes,
reveals.
Necromunda's new season, Hive Secundus, is on
Hive
the way.
Secundus
I'm joined
time?
by Alex
Yeah.
and Rob from the studio to talk all about the new setting. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having us.
Yeah, no worries. Absolute pleasure to have you. So,
GSC
let's
players are
start
eating
by
good.
delving into Hive Secundus.
Yeah,
So where do we find
but-
ourselves in this new setting?
So,
I'm wondering about the lore.
They're
Who's
not
the
e- they're-
second son?
No, they're not new. I should clarify. They're not new GSC units, but they're new modeling options for GSC, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, those gene stealers look new. I've never seen that before.
Right, but they're not going to get
That's what we're saying,
40k.
the model.
But I'm saying they're not going to get 40k rules.
Yeah.
It's just model options.
But they'd be really good for Jordan to use as Nurgle corrupted gene stealers, right?
40K.
Yeah.
Exactly
Yeah.
as it does in Warhammer 40,000.
Yeah.
So
There's our ad
he
again.
infected himself. I gradually took him over, and he unleashed the gene stealer curse upon Necromunda.
Okay.
And the cult of the Second Son was born. Over many years, it gradually built up in secret until open rebellion occurred and the Hive turned against the House of Helmore. A decades-long war was fought for Secundus, and the space station above Necromunda, the Eye of Selene, was moved from its position directly above Hive Primus to be above Hive Secundus, at which point it unleashed all of the terrifying weapons upon the Hive itself. That created a huge crater kilometers deep and just flattened the earth and created also this whole almost different area called the Secundan Abyss, with the ruins of the cracked and destroyed Hive at the heart. This was thought to have destroyed the Cult of the Second Son and wiped the gene stealers off Necromunda. However, there was still an exclusion zone set up around it called the Dust Wall, and no one was allowed to go in.
That's
the
cool.
Patriarch did not die, but he
Whoa.
was horrifically mutated and changed, leading to corrupted and malformed Horse, which is the mouth strain gene stealer. Now, spiders go in there
Malstrain
in order to
gene
hunt these
stealers.
gene stealers.
So we've got
Spires,
some gene stealers
I know.
too, as you mentioned. And
I
we saw
told
these in
you
Yeah,
Spires
Spires,
are coming.
yeah.
Chat to us a little bit about what makes these so different from the pure strains.
Well, I guess we don't need these anymore because there's not enslavers.
But now we need them for the gene stealers.
Which have been exacerbated through the
Nah.
generations as well. They're still terrifying.
Ryan's been
Ryan
corrupted by the
welcomes
gene
our new
stealers.
gene stealer overlords.
Power, the same level of strength
My
as a pure
denim's
strain gene
safe.
stealer.
Okay, and in terms of a design point of view as well, Alex, how did you guys go about setting that up, sort of creating that kind of difference that we just heard about there?
For those Malstrain gene stealer, one of the main point was like, how could represent like evolution got horribly wrong.
Right.
So
yeah.
Cool.
one of the aspects, okay, we needed to make them really more
Dude!
twisted, more feral.
Those are pretty cool
wild.
looking.
Main elements in the Tyranny, especially the gene stealer.
Yeah, those are like
There's
perfect for
certain
Jordan's gene
symmetry
stealers.
in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the first things that we did, obviously, is break all of that. We broke
Just change
everything.
those rules, yeah, of
And
course.
yeah, so the way the models are, all of them are really hunched, like the limbs and the finger on each
These are
side,
perfect
they
for
don't match
Nurgle
For
each
Nurgle.
other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Boxes on them.
They are all twisted.
They have- yeah, they got little
That guy's
boils.
face is super cool looking.
Lifted, you can have some boils, some bubbles, something, allowing them to really stand them aside from the pure strains. Yeah, this is how the original form looks like. This is how that mutated and twisted form looks like.
Yeah.
And in the law as well, this idea of like, because they are so twisted and so deformed, the signal that they send by to the hive mind is so distorting and
That's
so
so
different
cool.
that the hive mind is like, nope, we're not going there.
That's great. It's so great as well to hear that, like, it must be really useful for you as a designer as well to have that kind of juxtaposition, like something to go off. Like, here's this thing, this kind of standard shape.
wanna
How
know
do you break
what the
that and
little
change that?
I wonder if they're going to
So
talk about the little
we've got some
weird
Yeah.
brain
crabs
crabs.
as well. Can
Yeah.
you tell us a little bit more about the Horus Spire?
Yes, well, the Horus Spire harks back to the early days of Necromunda and the Outland supplement, and it's
bringing them into the modern game of Necromunda. So the main thing now is they are all the signs of the Imperial House, so they are all part of House Helmor. And
Okay.
in order to prove yourself worthy of taking on a position of authority and leadership within this great house, you have to prove your own personal prowess by going down into the depths of Hive Secundus in order to slay Gene Stealers and build your kill count and show how.
Now that's a little different than before, right,
You
Ryan?
yourself are against the toughest foes on
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go in there
It's
with
a little
the
different.
tech hunters from the Vansar.
Okay.
And that's quite a symbiotic
Same vibe, but
relationship.
different
They both need each other.
implementation.
Yeah, because the Spryers used to be just like nobles who like bought really fancy powered armor suits and would just go down and kill people in the Underhives for fun.
And now it's specifically they're going down to House.
Yeah, it's got a little more
To prove themselves.
a little more honor to it, I guess.
I think the proving yourself thing. I think that was there before. If when I looked into it, when Ryan told me about it, but
that element was there, but it was a little more of like a noble just going for kicks than this. So are those Spryers? Are they the thing that was like in the rumor
That's
engine?
great, it's a fantastic
Like
relationship.
the
So Alex, chat to us a bit about,
claw
from a
and
design point
stuff.
of view, how did
you know what? I don't
about,
stay as abreast of the rumor engines as I would like to, but you may be right.
Boomstick in the chat. I can't hear anything, but holy shit, they made Nurgle Gene Stealers just for me. That's what we were saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I just texted him. I just texted him saying Nurgle Gene Stealers.
We looked at is like to make them deliberately strange.
Spire guys look cool with the Vansar. What's the Vansar?
It's another. It's at one of the houses for Necromunda. I would be down to dive. Oh, you know what, Ryan?
Power claws.
Yes, I recognize that
power-
claw.
Crab claw.
That was the claw in the silhouette image they posted this week. But I think I also remember it in a rumor engine, Ryan.
Totally human or totally imperial.
Why does their armor look so crab-like? Why are they crab people?
Yeah.
Because
These look a little different than the other thing that was in the rumor engine.
Oh, maybe.
Are you talking about the flesh portal?
Imperial shape, like those
No, the claw.
Yeah.
We're past the flesh portal.
We're
Gothic.
Are we? I'm not. I don't think I'll ever get over it.
So Elliot,
Look at why are they crabs?
because the idea is that it's either dark age of technology or it's Xenos technology that they're adapting, right?
Oh, okay.
Like, so it's not Imperial technology. They're using Necromunda uses a lot of technology beyond normal Imperium stuff, which is what kind of makes a lot of the houses really rad. But
Okay. But if the Imperium ever came down and saw what they were doing, they would be upsetty spaghetti.
no, because it's all the noble houses doing it, so they just go, you're fine, right?
What a show and what a series of
No,
announcements.
give us more.
Thank you to all of the fabulous people from our
They're not even going to describe what those little head crabs are?
No, they're not apparently.
Thank you to you for
What?
being with us.
And we don't know we still don't know what the mystery codex is.
Remember to head to the Warhammer
We still know the mystery
community
codex,
website
and they're not going to
find
tell
out
us
more
what the lineup is looking like. or-
Yeah, we have no timeline.
Releases.
to keep up to date
timeline.
with the latest news.
Ah,
Once again, and we'll see you
they're
next
just
time on the
so
Warhammer
mean
Preview
about
Show.
it sometimes.
All right, let's see if they give us the highlight reel again, so we can go through the highlight of the models. If not, we'll just move and talk about it. No, I guess not. I guess no highlight reel.
Preview show.
Dang.
Thanks for watching.
All right, well,
All right.
Well, that's that.
what do we think?
That's
what do we
that.
think, boys? What's our favorite thing from this?
The soror, like the
Canoness?
the canoness, is that so? Despite the codex like letting us know what one of the detachments is and how many detachments there are, and the canoness, is that all that the sororitas got?
That's it.
So at least announced.
So Gene Stealers and
the-
Sororitas both just got one model.
One
And
character.
a description of
And then I don't even think Gene Stealers got a description of anything. I think they just got the one
yeah,
model.
it was just the model.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of underwhelmed as a 40K player. I'm kind of underwhelmed about this announcement, right?
Yeah.
There's lots of cool things for me to, you guys know I'm a kit bash guy. I love doing conversions and kit bashes. There's lots of cool things for conversions and kit bashes if I ever get into Mechanicus or Gene Stealers.
Yeah, the biggest announcement was the Horus Heresy with like a
Right.
bunch of new models and new units and everything for that for the Mechanicus, and that's rad. I'm definitely
Well,
I think that's cool as
they're
hell.
not wholly new. Like some of them, I think are things that were resin that were coming in plastic. Like that big
Yeah.
boy, he's not. He's been around. That tank's been around.
Okay.
They're just coming into
but they-
plastic, which is good.
Is it so they didn't
But-
wait? So you're saying like they didn't redesign it's not like a redesigned model? Because I know the unit
what I
was
can see,
existed
no.
previously.
I think they do.
okay.
The little guys, and maybe the Thalax. But the little guys and the Thalax might have been new. I'm not.
No, the little guys. The
super
little guys
updated on
exist already, but they're redesigned to be more in line with the lore of being shambling,
Yeah.
servitor-like
So,
kind of
their
guys.
models are new. Their
Yeah.
models
Yeah.
are new.
They
Oh,
said
they-
okay, so
they
they
said-
Big, the
They
big
said-
robot and the tank are not new models. They're just
Got
made
it,
of
okay.
plastic now.
So they said Brood Brothers and five detachments for Gene Stealers. So that's good. 5 feels like a lot for Gene Stealers. You get an aberrant detachment, a mechanized detachment.
A Brood
Brothers.
Brothers detachment that they can first.
I guess you get some sort of psychic detachment now that you have the Primus and the new guy. So you get Primus,
then-
new guy, and the Hive, not the Hive Lord, the Patriarch. All are psychers.
What's the current detachment that they have in the index right now?
Oh yeah, and then I guess the base detachment. It's the one where it's Ascension Day.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Ascension
Vibes.
Day. Yay!
Yeah.
Happy
Lord
birthday.
Emmy just says that the big robot is redesigned actually, so that's cool.
Epic.
Okay, so
I,
Big Robot is okay.
Epic. I agree that every faction should have 6. I think every faction should have 6. Period. End of story. But it's weird that they would only give Sisters 4 and GSC 5. Because GSC has such a limited model line, it is weird to me. GSC is
Unless
probably...
they're
Oh, go
getting a
ahead.
huge expansion on that when the Codex comes out.
But they're not. There's no way. That's their one model, I think. Most factions are only getting one model, with the exception of, like, Dark Angels got multiple.
Okay.
Who else got then the 2 launch ones got multiple. Everyone else they're gonna get one model, and it'll probably be or one box I should say. It might be a hero, might be a unit, but Orcs got the mech boy, big mech.
Yeah,
Ryan?
Big Mac. Yeah.
They got the big mech.
Tau got the Kroot box,
Yeah.
which is nice, but
They
that's
got
all
a
just
lot of new units. Yeah.
but it's mostly resculpts, right? It's mostly resculpts and a couple new heroes.
Well, yeah. I mean the. I guess they had Kroot hounds, but the hounds they have now are like bigger. It's like a little different.
Yeah, I mean it's
yeah.
most armies are gonna get one model, and it'll probably be a character. And then every like 3rd or 4th codex will get extra stuff. So I don't think GSC will get anything more than that. I hope they do.
Okay.
They need it, right?
Yeah.
Because we know Votan and Votan, GSC, and Khorne, World Eaters all need more to their armies, right? There's such limited
Yeah.
ranges that they
Yeah.
need.
It'd be weird if they.
think-
I will say that when they get around to Votan, I think it would be weird if they only gave one to Votan, considering they have the most limited list out of
Yeah,
model range out of everybody.
I mean, I think the assumption is that they released half the model range that they designed, or 2/3 of the model range they designed. I think with World Eaters and Votan, they released about 1/3 of the model, or 2/3 of the model range, is my prediction, and seems to be the general
I definitely
consensus.
think World Eaters are going to get some Juggernaut cavalry.
Yeah, I think
There's
so
been
too.
artwork of them. The Lord Invocatus has always been like a weird.
It's in a
fit
weird
the
spot,
units
yeah,
you
because
can
it
attach
can't.
to.
Because it doesn't have any form of lone operative.
Yeah.
And it has to attach to a unit. So yeah.
And its movement speed is different from all the units it can attach to. It's like
Lord
they're going
Enemy's
to get
just saying the
Juggernaut
new
cavalry.
He's
the
saying
new
that
Gene Stealer Colt is all combat patrol is all, bikes. Where is that? Is that on the community website?
they might have mentioned it. I'm going to pull up.
They showed it.
Yeah, there's nothing new
did
on the
they?
community site yet. That should post.
I must have missed that.
Yeah, that'll
I'll put it
post
in the
sooner or
chat, I
later. Yeah, they showed it. I mean, it looks like it's all bike. Look, I think GSC are rad with bikes and the buggies, right? If you do a bikes and buggies list for GSC, I think that's cool as hell. You've got the I don't know the name of him, the bike lord with the sniper rifle. You've got the quad bikes with the heavy weapon, and then you get the I don't know the name of the buggies, but the dune buggies are really cool too.
Yeah.
I just lost the name.
I know. I know it normally. I just can't think of it right now.
Jackal
What's
Alpha,
up, Patty
5
Malarkey?
Jackals,
Welcome.
10
Achilles-
hybrids, and Achilles.
Achilles Ridge Runner is what it's called.
Ridge Runner.
Ridge
Yeah,
Runner,
yeah.
that's what they're called. Howdy,
they
Patty. Welcome
they
in.
they do say it's up. It's so let me see. Warhammer community. I mean,
I know a lot of
Articles.
World Eaters players would love to get some Red Butchers, which I would love to see them because that'd be some cool models. But I just don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's just showing me. It's just showing me the preview thing that we just watched. It's not showing me the new stuff yet, but it'll update for me in a second, I'm sure.
But yeah, some pretty cool Horus Heresy news. Some pretty cool Genestealer Cult models with the Necromunda. Wish they had told me what those weird floaty, like face
The brain
hugger. Yeah, the brain balls were. I would like to know what those are.
Well, let's see. The article might tell us. Let's find out. I did find the article, or some of the. Oh no, the article for Necromunda is not up yet. It doesn't look like.
Yeah, blast tanks to shreds with your psychic big brain. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that,
we got
that
the-
unit.
the new-
That leader definitely is a really cool addition. Not just like the model is cool, but also tactically, giving lethal hits, and then also having like a, if it's inside of a unit, it's relatively protected, at least for a couple of rounds if you don't have precision. So having a big thing that can, there it says rival
a
las
las
cannon.
cannon. Yeah, is pretty great.
Like walk on your leader walking around. Like that's a pretty big add. That's a pretty cool addition for the army tactically. So that's pretty cool and rad. I don't know enough about the sisters to understand the what you're getting out of that. I mean, having a leader for a unit that only had a named character as a leader before is very nice. And having a couple of builds is really cool.
Yeah, it looks
And
like
it
they
does
get
look
a
really cool. It's a really cool model. But they did at least give us a hint that the detachment is all about like auras and like seeing like your angelic units and then being like, oh my god.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna
Whoa,
get.
Oh.
Thank you, Patty Malarkey,
Thank you so
for
much.
the super chat. Yeah, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Ryan, take it. Oh, time to support some Warhammer, homies. Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So
Glad I
it
don't
looks
need to
like
buy
they have
more.
The combat patrol for Genestealers up. It's a unit of Adeline Jackals, Achilles Ridge Runner, 2 units of Acolytes, I think, are the mutated guys, and then the Jackal Hero
Yeah.
is the combat patrol.
Is the there's
here
the
we
Jackal
go.
Hero.
Little floaty guys are called Malstrain Tyramites. There's literally nothing else about them in the article. Dang it. I mean, at least I know that they're called Tyramites. That's nice, I guess. I just want to know what they are.
Yeah, we don't get
Tyramites.
to know more, I guess.
Malstrain Tyramites. Yeah, they
Give me Necromunda.
Necromunda. There they are, yeah. They're 2 huge Warhammer, or is that just a hint?
Yeah, but I need this is the article we just watched. This is just announcing the previews. So I don't know where that article I don't know why I like that article's not coming up with for me. But either way.
I'm not seeing
It looks like the Canoness is getting a two-handed Eviscerator Chainsword, normal power sword, power mace,
that mace
power
looks
maul.
cool as hell.
If you click on the thing, it's like the big. Click back. Go back from this page.
Yeah,
Scroll down.
This?
Click on the preview thing. Where it says preview.
this one.
Scroll down. Keep
Oh,
going,
it is
keep
giving
going,
us.
keep
Okay,
going,
rad. I
keep
see.
going.
Find out more, find out
There
more, find
you
out
go.
more.
Okay.
The description of the last cannon GSC dude sounds like it has a battle shot component. That would make sense if it's a psychic power, just like hitting someone with a psychic wave big enough that it, like rattles them and rips them apart. That'd be cool as hell.
Oh, look at that weird gargoyle cherub for the spires.
Whoa! Why didn't they show us that? That guy looks cool as hell.
No, I didn't see that at all.
It's like a weird
That
vampire
guy
baby.
would make a
Yeah.
sick, that guy would make a sick familiar for a
For a lot of
Nightlord
things.
Chaos Terminator sorcerer.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That guy would be great in D&D as a horrible vampire baby boss that you have to fight. Are you kidding me? That thing's cool as hell. If I walked around a corner, and opened a door and like saw that looking at me, that door is just like.
I hate it.
Right back.
I hate it.
I hate this. I hate it here. I'm leaving.
So these are the
Oh, look at
spires.
these guys.
These look good.
Whoa! Their helmets are so cool.
Yeah, the like
No,
arachnid.
those are not spires. Those are Vansar.
Oh, are
Oh,
they?
These are the Van Sar. Okay.
Those are Vansar.
Well, they're Vansar allies. Okay.
Yeah.
Van Sar
These are
allies,
so
okay.
cool. These are
What's that
great.
sniper? I like the syringe on his back. That's cool. This
The
sniper
spires
looks
are guys
cool.
in like big.
These
love their
guns look
helmets.
rad as hell.
Powered armor.
This like weird
Van
like.
Sar tech hunters. Okay.
Yeah, Vansar are like the tech
Mhm.
and like the high tech gang in Necromunda.
And if I'm not mistaken, they use a lot of Xenos tech, right?
I believe so.
Or
yeah.
like Dark
Not
Age of technology and Xenos, like
Dark Age, like forbidden shit. They're
Mhm.
digging into it. You know.
yeah.
Those are some really cool models.
I mean, this is a modified like
That's
the
what all Van Sar
Eliminator.
look like. Okay.
Yeah, I
I've
don't
never seen
all
these
the
things
Van
before.
Sar
These are
look
cool as hell.
I've never looked at the Vansar stuff. I've looked at a lot of the like weird culty stuff and the stuff with like robes because like for Black Templar conversion bits, but I've never looked at the Vansar. So
Scroll down. Skip these motherfuckers. Go to the
Ooh.
this,
the Gene Stealers. Yeah, because look at these
Yeah.
guys. They have like hooves and stuff. These are straight up just.
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
Gene Stealers. I'm
it does have a
forgive
hoof.
my language, but yeah.
These are cool as hell.
Yeah, I really dig. I really dig the design on these.
I really like that the tendrils on their back, because they're so hunched over, and the tendrils on their back look almost like how like those like thin, long fungal growths.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
those
yeah,
types
yeah,
of
yeah.
weird fungal spore mushrooms that like grow up
The
as
like
tendrils.
cordyceps.
That's what it looks like.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
mean,
the cordyceps stuff. Not like a mushroom, but those
looks-
ones that grow up as like little spines. That's
Mhm.
what the spines
Yeah,
on their back look
it-
like, and it looks really cool.
It's very similar to the horns and stuff that are on a lot of Nurgle stuff. Like these guys are
Yeah,
very.
you're right. Yeah, which I don't think they're I don't think they're supposed to be, but I think that they work really well for that conversion. For those,
they made them for Jordan. They made them.
well, I was gonna say
Made
for
them
anyone
Jordan.
for anyone who doesn't know, there is a video here on the channel of Jordan doing an army showcase for his Nurgle Gene Stealer army, and it's rad as hell. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. I'll put it in the comments or have Jordan add it to the description or something. But it is rad as hell. But
like with their eyes, they get kind of a fly sort of look on some of them.
yeah, I really like these cultists.
Sectoid.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you heard, but I guess maybe you were talking or you were looking at the chat at the time. But the announcers were saying we saw this guy named Jordan, and we decided to make
Yeah.
Gene Stealer cult just for him.
Well, Jordan's cult faction is Cult Tenebris. Is that right?
Tenebris.
Yeah.
Tenebris.
Wait, they're Nurgle
Yeah,
infected
it is-
Tyranid.
Yeah, it is
The,
a canon group of Gene Stealer cults that are infected with Nurgle.
With Nurgle. Yeah. These
Yeah.
cultists are pretty cool. I like that they have a very different design. They have like a very like kind of like Judge Dreddy Hive City resident design rather than miner and military guy design.
Yeah, I like his like little spike flail, his like medieval spike flail. I like they have like medieval weapons. That gun looks like a blunderbuss.
I like the stuff
I
that
love
looks
guy
like
with
the
the little hatchet and the sawed-off shotgun. That
Yeah.
guy's my
Yeah.
favorite out of it.
Well, I was gonna say a lot of the like armor pieces like on this guy, like it's very like Star Wars 1970s Flash Gordon. Like we made this out of like packing material and we painted it a certain color and it looks like armor, but it's not, right?
Yeah, I like
The
that
gamer
tape
says
gun
these are
on that
an
last one.
upgrade sprue for existing Hive scum.
Oh, well, as an upgrade sprue actually makes it really cool because it means you can kind of upgrade whatever the hell you want with it. You know, just gives you a lot of options.
I need to look more into the Necromunda range because the Hive Scum
Some pretty cool models in there.
stuff for Chaos Cultists.
Cool. Let's see. I'm not going to go through the Imperialis stuff. I don't think any of us care enough about it. But the Mechanicum, we've got these bad boys.
So this stuff makes me want to play Mechanicus. Like this stuff I like. It has a different vibe, a different feel, a different aesthetic to it, and that makes me want to play Mechanicus.
This looks like an Eldar gun.
Yeah, kinda.
Which one?
I like that little chainsaw bayonet X on the other guy. Like that little fin. I like that.
Oh, the Horus Heresy has a lot of that.
Yeah, you can get those
That,
for
like, all
Space
your
Marines.
Oh, really? Okay.
In Horus Heresy, yeah. I've got a few in my army.
Okay.
In my Templars army. Yeah, I really like these guns. This plasma gun's dope. So these are obviously like a heavy weapons team. Here's the weird shambly guys. I think these are let's see. Ordo Reductor shock troops. Ad Secularis tech thralls. Augmented once humans as a result of punishments for tech priests, menial laborers. So yeah, these are like servitors basically. They're like.
Well, then it says unlike servitors.
Oh, it does. Okay, real rad. Let me see. Sorry, I stopped reading. Unlike servitors, their personalities and thoughts are not removed entirely. Yeah, so I was gonna say they're like servitors plus
Really overridden. Ew. That sucks for them.
Yeah, yeah. It's very much.
That is truly a I have no mouth but I must scream situation for them. That sucks.
Yeah. Well, some of them got their mouth replaced with a Voxcaster. It looks like so.
Oh, so they can still scream.
Yeah.
Okay.
They can scream, but it sounds like I'm in pain.
I hate this. Get down. I'm not meaning to shoot at you.
I like the cyclopean look for some of them. Yeah, these are really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have an option to use them as anything in like regular 40k, but because they got like weird las guns, I guess you could just run them as. I think you could run them as Skitarii, but if you really wanted that vibe, but I don't know. And then this bad boy, the tank. Yeah, the tank's rad.
Cool. Oh, there's the other gun options for both of them. So the tank has some little guns you can put on top. It's a troop carrier, so it doesn't have any real heavy weapons. But if you scroll down, the walker.
Oh yeah, those
are the other guns it has. What is that thing?
I don't know. Ryan, do you know what that is?
So it's a heavy flamer. Go back up a little bit.
I'm trying to read what the
heavy flamer, some big cannon. And
this is a Melta.
That's a Melta.
That's a Melta?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Melta. Yes, scroll down to the description. Scroll down to the description.
Thunderous Thanatar Kavas Siege Automata. A giant plasma mortar, which is this one.
So that's that one. That's the plasma mortar.
Okay, maybe it's up here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Built-in bolters or flamers plus shoulder-mounted bolt cannon, multi-melta, or dark light cannon. That I'm telling you, that's
a dark light cannon.
That explains. So that looks very similar to a dark lance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks like an Eldar weapon. Yeah. So it is.
Okay, so both of these dudes, I love the circular handsaw buzzsaws. Those are rad.
And the clampers are good on the other one.
The clampers are solid, and then if you go down, and then the other one, I like how it's like an asymmetrical head. I like that the little head is like off to the side, and then it has the big old like mortar. Both of these models are rad.
Yeah, I don't know that I saw this model in the actual announcement.
They showed it in the like preview when there's like scanning over stuff. But
he's not in the battle force, maybe.
Yeah, but then when they were showing off the actual model, they were showing this one.
Mm-hmm. I will say the one thing I really appreciate about all these, they all have a little servitor skull hidden somewhere on their frame. Because that's what they are, right? They've got these ones do not. But the big robots all have their little servitor skull running it.
That's fun.
Because otherwise it's AI and that's tech heresy. Right? If they don't have a servitor skull running it. So I don't think these guys are in the Battle Force. Am I wrong about that? Let's see. The Battle Force box.
I think if I remember what they were saying right, the Battle Force
there's
has all of this
2 of them.
stuff.
And not the big guy. Okay.
Yeah, it has 2 of the medium, the ones with the dark light cannons and the domed heads and like the buzzsaws.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but it doesn't have the really big dude with the mortar cannon. The plasma mortar.
That's kind of a bummer.
Because the plasma mortar guy is bigger. He's larger.
Cool.
He's the one that you could potentially run as like an armiger or something.
Dope. Well, what is there anything we need to cover still? Is there anything we want to talk about? Chad, is there anything you want us to talk about?
Yeah.
I think
Any
we covered all
questions,
the
comments, or
basics.
concerns from the chat? What'd you say?
Jordan says, I have the stream muted, so I can't hear the boys, but they've all seen it, played it on the channel a few times.
You talk about the Nurgle.
His Nurgle, yeah.
GSC.
Oh, so Jordan doesn't realize that we were literally just talking and throwing people to the video. I'll put the video.
People were talking in the chat, yeah.
Yeah, I'll put the video in the comments. Yeah. I'll put. Oh, I don't have the chat up because I was, doing everything.
Yeah.
Cool. Rad. Well, I'm excited. I'm a little sad that we don't know what our Codex timeline looks like going forward after Sisters and GSC, but hopefully we find out soon. I know there's another set of announcements coming up like next month, so we should find out then. Whatever the next big event is, we'll have more. Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, we've got Knights versus Dark Angels. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
I think it's Chaos Knights versus
Dark Angels.
Chaos Knights versus Dark Angels. Thursday, we're going to play a little game called What's in My Box. It will be
What's in the
Nope, What's in My Box. It'll be the first in-person After Dark, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, yeah.
I don't think so. I think we did one reveal stream where I was actually in Jordan's house.
Okay.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
And then and then the following week we have Jordan's not here, Ryan. So I just want to say we've got a war. We've got a war starting. The 4th Armageddon War.
We're gonna take out some orcs. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
I recalculated my list for it. I'm at exactly on the nose 1,000 points.
I think I'm at 995.
You gotta get that exact number.
I can't. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. I could be mistaken. It might be 1,000, but I think it's 995. But so yeah, check Jordan and Elliott playing on Monday, and then you'll see the rest of us on Thursday. So without further ado, we're gonna go thanking our members, and then we're gonna call it. So here we go.